Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a phase of life that can feel pretty intense. Parenting teenagers.
Definitely intense.
Yeah, you know that shift. One minute you're their absolute hero, the next, well, you're getting eye rolls, maybe the cold shoulder.
That closeness just seems to evaporate sometimes.
Exactly. And that feeling of disconnection where things used to be easy, it can feel, frankly, overwhelming.
It really can.
So our mission in this deep dive is to explore the insights from the sources you've shared. We want to understand what's really going on under the surface with teens and, maybe more importantly, how we can respond better, stay connected, support them through all that turbulence.
And that dramatic shift you mentioned, that's really central to what these sources are looking at. One of the first sort of big points is this idea that it isn't necessarily personal.
Okay.
As one source puts it, it's not you, it's not even them.
Huh.
It suggests a lot of the intensity, the mood swings, the baffling behavior.
Yeah.
It's driven by what it calls puberty's remix version taking over.
Puberty's remix version. I like that. So it's biological hormonal shifts driving this.
Largely, yes. It's described as an avalanche of emotions, mood swings that just appear out of nowhere.
Okay, so if it's not like a deliberate attack,
Yeah.
what is happening inside them? Because honestly, sometimes it really feels personal.
Oh, absolutely. And it's okay to feel that way. But the sources really emphasize that behind the eye rolls, there's usually something much more complex going on internally.
Like that avalanche you mentioned.
Exactly, that sense of being overwhelmed. Another comparison used is that teens can feel like a shaken soda can.
Okay. All that pressure building up.
Right. Everything's changing for them. Bodies, brains, how they fit in the world. The source says it all feels too loud, too big, too confusing.
That makes sense.
So the snapping, the withdrawing, often it's just that internal pressure needing an outlet. It's not usually this calculated thing against the parent.
Understanding that.
Yeah.
It really changes the perspective, doesn't it?
It does. It shifts from there being difficult to maybe they're feeling a lot of difficult things.
And that leads right into the advice for parents, which I found really powerful. This idea, don't be the storm, be the shade.
Yes. That's probably the core takeaway for parents here. Instead of meeting their storm with your storm, getting louder, angrier, trying to win.
Which is so easy to do.
It is. But the advice is to offer something different. Be the shade. Provide calm, shelter, a safe space for them, even when they're in the middle of their own emotional whirlwind.
But how? Practically speaking, when you're faced with that attitude, staying calm feels like a superpower.
It does take practice, and the sources acknowledge that. Being the shade isn't just about acting calm. It's about learning to listen differently.
Listen differently. How so?
It means trying to hear past the words, past